And we welcome you to the Morris Street Gym here in New York, New York, where the Léman Bulls take on the Lawrence Woodmere Lions. The first game of the season for the Léman Manhattan Bulls. And the boys basketball season gets underway here on a beautiful evening. Beautiful weather all day. We are indoors for this basketball game, however, as the Léman Bulls host the Lawrence Woodmere Lions. We'll look at the starting lineup for Léman before we get started here today. No Dominic Lafitte, who is one of the primetime players for this Léman team, but Daniel Lafitte will be in action here today. Luca Magnani, Cameron Cardwood, Ethan Edwards, and Finnegan Edwards make up the starting lineup for head coach Lyle Freese. So first quarter here, 8 minutes on the clock. And we are ready to get underway this basketball season. Simon Rosenwasser here with you. Our director is Pete DeJaney. As the Léman Bulls have taken the floor in their home white jerseys, the teal numbers, and Lawrence Woodmere coming out in the navy blue jerseys, navy blue shorts, and the white numbers. Léman moving left to right, and Lawrence Woodmere moving right to left to start here. Both teams going to be without their big men, as Richard Nweke, the phenomenal 8th grader for Léman, will not play in this game. Neither will the 6'10" stud for Lawrence Woodmere, and Aiden Ijihan. And it is Lawrence Woodmere who wins the opening tip in an early three to start, and pulling the trigger, knocking it down, Lawrence Woodmere and Kendall Ogilvie. So Ogilvie with a hot start, 3-0 already here for the Lawrence Woodmere Tigers. Turnover, and in transition, this is Andrew Buskey. Whistle comes, and we'll have a couple of free throws coming for Andrew Buskey of Lawrence Woodmere. We'll get out to a fast start, a 3-ball by Kendall Ogilvie, as they'll call that foul on the floor. And a quick inbounds play, mid-range jump shot no good. And here's Léman, who does like to run. In the corner, it's Finnegan Edwards, back up to Luca Magnani, big shooter. Lights out shooter for the Bulls. This is Cameron Cardwood, and now Ethan Edwards working his way into the lane and scoring. Well done, Ethan Edwards, first 2 points of the season for Léman. And the score 3-2 here in the early going. 7 minutes to go. Whistle will stop play for the moment, and it is an off-the-ball foul against the Bulls. So we'll keep it here as Lawrence Woodmere will throw it in. Get it right in to Ogilvie, who skips it cross court. And a traveling violation called against Andrew Buskey, so Léman takes over. Léman coached by Lyle Freese. He's the head man, his second year. Slows it down in the half court here, as it's Magnani who hands off to Edwards. Coming across Ethan Edwards, and now back to Magnani. Left wing Finnegan Edwards. Lawrence Woodmere coming out, man-to-man defense. It's Ethan Edwards who will attack the basket again, kick it out. Open shot and a 3-ball, no good. And the rebound to Ogilvie of Lawrence Woodmere. Quick outlet pass and a pull-up 3 for the Tigers. That one well off the mark. And a long rebound. We're head the other way, but it is a narrow court here, so not a lot of room on the near sideline to get in transition. Step on the line, out of bounds. It goes back to Lawrence Woodmere. 6:13 to go here in the first quarter. Good give and go, but unable to finish were the Tigers. And Kassan Thomas. Another turnover, though, against the Bulls, and we're headed the other way. Both teams scoring within the first minute of the game. Lawrence Woodmere within the first 20 seconds, but nothing since that early three from Ogilvie. They work it into the paint, and a turnaround no good off to the left, and the rebound to Cameron Cardwood. They call him Lecce. Manages to get it to Ethan Edwards here. Now Finnegan Edwards. Lafitte kicks it back out for a three. It's long. Tyler St. Furcy got the rebound, and Lawrence Woodmere does well to get it quickly under the basket, and a foul called against Léman. It's going to go against Daniel Lafitte. So first free throws of the game. For two. Malik Speckman missed both. Magnani for three. St. Furcy the rebound. From behind, it's Lafitte pestering, but great body control by Tyler St. Furcy, and he's able to finish. And now it's Lafitte. As the Bulls move quickly, Lafitte had his pocket picked. Sean Thomas. 3 minutes into the game, 5-2 the score. It's Ogilvie pulling up from the foul line. A rainbow drops in. Well done. And it's a good start for the Tigers of Lawrence Woodmere. As Lecce's able to get free and drop one in for a bucket, 7-4. First points of the season for Cameron Cardwood. And a right wing three ball. That's long. Good rebound, though, by number one in Tyler St. Furcy, and he does enough to maintain possession. Ultimately leads to a foul against the Bulls. Second foul called against Léman. As backdoor cutting, a finish for number 20 in Malik Speckman, courtesy of Tyler St. Furcy. And it's Lawrence Woodmere who forces an early timeout. They lead 9-4 here in the early going. So that'll give us a chance to meet the head coach of the Léman Bulls. And it's Lyle Freese. Went to college at the University of Wisconsin. His day job, he works as the founder and co-executive director at the Brooklyn Youth Sports Program. So a nonprofit that he works for throughout the day, and then he comes here to practice the game, whatever have you. And former player and coach at Trevor Day School, where he was a phenomenal player in the early 2000s and was a coach as early as a couple of years ago. Has been here at Léman for 2 seasons, the head coach, in Lyle Freese. Ethan Edwards may have stepped out. Instead, they're going to call a foul on the floor against Lawrence Woodmere. So Magnani able to get it in to Cameron Cardwood. Cardwood handing back off to Magnani, who's looking at the basket, but he's guarded tightly outside the three-point line. So back out to Cardwood, and Magnani receives back, quick trigger, and knocks it down. Luca Magnani, a lights-out shooter. He's the best on the team. Saw him in the scrimmage a couple weeks ago. Knocking down threes like it was his job. And he hits a first one here as Lemon's able to get a rebound, and now it's Ethan Edwards gliding across half court. Took some contact and a foul called against the Tigers. And Tyler St. Fursey, second team foul. Wide open shot, and Switch City for Finnegan Edwards. So just like that, Léman ties it up. And they have not reflected that bucket on the scoreboard. Ogilvie is at the line for a couple free throws. Turnover by Léman. It comes right back to Lawrence Woodmere, and a three at the top short. Following his own miss, though, was number 13 in Andrew Buskey. Out of bounds. It'll be Bulls ball. Score 10-10. As I believe they gave Finnegan a three on that last attempt. As Léman throws it away, yet another turnover. Early season turnovers here, first game of the year. Tigers with the ball again and a 1-point lead, 11-10 here, 5 minutes into the first quarter. Tightly contested game, two evenly matched teams, and a turnover goes against Lawrence Woodmere. Credit Milo Magnani on that defense. So Léman back with possession, down by one, looking to take the lead. Edwards handing off to Edwards. Ethan to Finnegan, and now it's Cameron Cardwood trying to have his way all the way to the cup. Nothing doing. This three ball is good, and the foul. Andrew Richards. First 3 points of the game for Andrew Richards, and he is short on the second, or on the free throw, excuse me. 4-point lead for the Tigers. And Léman with Magnani. Milo. Sophomore picks up his dribble. Leaking Lafitte in the corner. And ultimately, ball doesn't go down. Both teams looking to run here. Ogilvie pump faking, takes a shorter shot. And misses. Ethan Edwards the rebound. He is a versatile athlete, as it's Lafitte with a beautiful slip pass. And now Lecce, who picks up his dribble. Now Ethan Edwards, good defense by the Tigers. It's a tough shot that rims out for Ethan Edwards. This is a Lawrence Woodmere team that is missing their best player, an NBA prospect and 6'10", Aiden Ijihan. As that shot no good. And a wide open three ball is knocked down for Tyler St. Fursey, who's got 6 already in the game. It's 17-10, the largest lead for Lawrence Woodmere here in the early going. Remember, Léman playing without their arguably best player in Dominic Lafitte. He's out with mono, while Ijihan is out with an ankle injury for Lawrence Woodmere. Here's Daniel Lafitte, and his baseline drive no good. Not falling here in the first quarter for Daniel Lafitte. And with a minute left, it's Lawrence Woodmere with possession. Yet another three ball where a foul was called, and almost another 4-point play opportunity for Andrew Richards. He will get, I believe, 3 shots at the line, and that is correct. So the foul called on Milo Magnani, who was guarding him in the near corner. And Andrew Richards missed out on the 4-point play by missing the free throw just a couple of moments ago. We'll get one more. Substitution here for Lawrence Woodmere. Checking out number 1 in Tyler St. Furcy, and coming in number 3 in Kashawn Thomas. 2 of 3 for Andrew Richards, who's got 5. And we are under a minute to play here in the first quarter. 9-point lead for Lawrence Woodmere, and Léman on a bit of a scoring drought here in the last couple minutes. Milo Magnani. Now Cardwood. More great defense from Lawrence Woodmere. No separation, really, as it's Magnani. With 4 on the shot clock, it's a deep 3 that's well short. And it looks like the Tigers will hold for 1 with the shot clock unplugged here in quarter number 1. It's Buskey with 5 seconds. Buskey gets to the lane. He's blocked by Lafitte. 1 second, and he chucks it up there. No good. But a good defensive play to end the first quarter. It's 19-10. Lawrence Woodmere leading Léman Manhattan here at the end of 1. Start of the second quarter here, score 19-10. Léman will take the ball out to start here in quarter number 2 as they try to get their offense going. Have not scored since a 3-ball by Finnegan Edwards. With about 3 minutes left in the quarter as it's Daniel Lafitte who's rejected. Malik Speckman with the block. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Léman takes it in out under their own basket. Two Magnanis on the floor, Luca and Milo. And the two brothers play catch. So it's intercepted by Lawrence Woodmere. And the defense provided by Andrew Richards with the steal. So Lawrence Woodmere, who came out looking to attack. Now with a 9-point lead, looks like they can settle down on the half court a bit. Ogilvie, a wide open three, well off to the right. He rushed it a bit. And the score remains the same, 19-10, 7:20 to go here in quarter number 2. Léman with 4 different scores, making up their 10 points. 3 ball from both Luca Magnani and Finnegan Edwards, and a 2 ball from Cameron Cardwood and Ethan Edwards. This is Milo Magnani, who picks up his dribble. Works it into the corner where Daniel Lafitte is waiting, and a short jump shot from the baseline, no good. Léman really having to work for their shots, and there hasn't been much room given by this Lawrence Woodmere defense. Outlet passes, Magnani's got it up ahead. It's a 2-on-3 though, and Luca picks up his dribble, trying to force it into the middle, and it'd be one of those situations you want to reset the offense in that situation because it leads to an open Ogilvie 3, and he misses. And Daniel Lafitte, though, getting the rebound, fell on the end line, and it's out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Tigers. They get into Tyler St. Furcy. Hands back to the three-point shooting Andrew Buskey, no good. And it's Léman basketball. Milo Magnani dropping it off and into the game. As this one's taken away, an easy layup for number 13 and Andrew Buskey. And Daniel Lafitte's able to get 2. Two back for St. Furcy. Leads all scorers with 9 points already. Deficit is 11 points for Léman. Milo Magnani picks up his dribble and gives to Cameron Cardwood, who attacks. And deflection down low, I believe, getting a touch was Andrew Richards. Strong defense by Lawrence Woodmere, as I continue to say, as Ethan Edwards checks back into the game and replaces Ralph Godfrey. So Magnani quickly gets it into Edwards, who knocks it down for 3. They needed that. 5 points now for Edwards. Quickly up ahead go the Tigers, and a mid-range jump shot. Good for Andrew Richards. He's got 7. And the lead 10. Edwards taking a screen from Magnani. And a tough shot for Luca Magnani. Fade away, may have gotten a touch, did Lawrence Woodmere. And Ethan Edwards getting back on defense, commits the foul on the floor. Though it is the 8th team foul, and the situation will be 1-1 for Tyler St. Furcy. So give a lot of credit to Lawrence Woodmere for just 2 team fouls thus far and the good defense that they've been playing. 8 team fouls on the other side for Léman, as St. Furcy earns a right to shoot another. Now in double digits. $11 points now for Tyler St. Furcy. And a 12-point lead for Lawrence Woodmere. So Léman looks for some sustained offense here. Cameron Cardwood. Crossing up, and he's denied by St. Fursey. He was with him step for step. Léman looking to get some offense consistently here on their side of the floor without one of their primetime players in Dominic Lafitte out with an illness. And an off-the-ball foul. It's going to go against Milo Magnani. This three ball, no good. Rebound for Edwards. Ogilvie checks back into the game for Lawrence Woodmere. He replaces number 2. And Andrew Richards. Full court pressure here, as it's Milo Magnani. And Finnegan Edwards handling the ball. Dominic Lafitte, one of their big ball handlers as well. Daniel Lafitte with a good finish underneath. Past the looming Malik Speckman. 4 points in the quarter for Lafitte. As this three ball is knocked down, another one falls through for Andrew Buskey. And the Tigers have an answer for the Bulls seemingly every time. Magnani picking up his dribble. And now it's Finnegan Edwards with a step. Takes the shot, use the bank. He had a foot on the line for 2. 5 now for Finnegan. 11-point lead for Lawrence Woodmere, and a grab of the jersey at the top of the key. Lead to an off-the-ball foul. Oh, no, they called it against Lawrence Woodmere. A carrying violation against the Tigers. And we are flying through this second quarter. Already only 3 minutes to go. And an errant pass is picked up at the top by Lawrence Woodmere with numbers the other way. They can't finish, but it's tapped in on the rebound by number 20 and Malik Speckman. Good work cleaning up the trash of Kashawn Thomas. Milo Magnani guarded. Kashawn Thomas taking a screen from Luka as those two try to run with a little offense at the top. It leads to a three ball that's no good, but Léman got it back. And Finnegan Edwards probing, going back to Cameron Cardwood. Milo Magnani from NBA range, and that one no good. Edwards fighting for the rebound, and it's like the battle won by Lawrence Woodmere. Timeout called by Lawrence Woodmere. 30-second timeout, 32-19 the score. There with 2:21 left in the second half. We'll go through some of the second quarter. Go through some of the leading scorers for Léman Manhattan. Ethan Edwards with 5 points. 5 points for Finnegan Edwards as well. Those are the two leaders for the Bulls. On the other side, it's Tyler St. Fursey who's leading all scorers with 10. Seven points for Andrew Richards, 5 points for Andrew Buskey, 4 points for Malik Speckman. 8 team fouls for Léman, 3 team fouls against Lawrence Woodmere. I believe it'll be Bulls ball after the timeout. Edwards looking for someone. Magnani posting up, and it's the safety valve and Cardwood. Ethan Edwards off the feed from Cardwood, no good. That was Finnegan, excuse me, on the shot. Ethan was replaced by Ralph Godfrey. Here's a 3-ball from Lawrence Woodmere, and that one falls through yet again. Andrew Buskey, his second 3-ball of the quarter. And the largest lead is 16. Magnani for Godfrey. Left wing, oh, good stutter by Godfrey, and he hands off to Lafitte. And Finnegan Edward back to Godfrey here on right wing. Hands all over the passing lanes for Lawrence Woodmere as it's Finnegan Edwards who leaves it short as a good challenge was coming from the defender and Malik Speckman. And Lawrence Woodmere is content to slow the pace just a bit with 1:15 to go. As I say that, 3-ball by Buskey is forced up, and a long rebound goes down to Ogilvie. Cutting Speckman, able to take control back. And it's Ogilvie at the foul line. He moved his feet first before he drove. And with 57 seconds left, it'll be Léman Manhattan basketball. Luca Magnani posting up. And good defense. Edwards trying to follow up, but it's the Tigers the other way, and an easy 2 for Buskey. 10 points all coming in the second quarter for Andrew Buskey. And the Tigers really turning defense into offense well. Trying to drive baselines, Lafitte, and he's able to slip it in. Well done. Daniel Lafitte for 2. Third bucket. All 3 of them here in this second quarter. Final seconds of the second quarter. And the Tigers hold for 1. It's Buskey who's got the hot hand in the quarter. Launches another and knocks it down as time expires here in the first half. Andrew Buskey with his third 3-ball in the second quarter. And 13 overall in the frame. And he gives his Lawrence Woodmere Tigers a 19-point lead at the end of 2 quarters of play. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the second half here live on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. We welcome you back to New York, New York, for the start of the second half between Léman Manhattan and Lawrence Woodmere. The score 40-21. In favor of Lawrence Woodmere as the team switch sides of the floor. Léman heading right to left now. It'll be Lawrence Woodmere to bring out here under our camera. Keshawn Thomas to throw it in. "13 points for Andrew Buskey. That leads all scores. 10 points for Tyler St. Furcy. It's Ogilvie who got the scoring started this game. Gets the scoring started in the second half as well. As Ogilvie scores his first bucket since the first 20 seconds of the game. So 5 points for Ogilvie and the lead 21 for Lawrence Woodmere. And it's Ogilvie who commits the foul on a driving Luca Magnani. Magnani, a great shooter. Certainly feel confident with him at the free throw stripe. Curse of the commentator as he misses number 1. 3 points in the first half for Magnani. All the way in. That's going to be an and 1 for Lawrence Woodmere. as taking it coast to coast, Tyler St. Fursey. There's Cameron Cardwood. And Cardwood will go to the line for two. Cardwood scoring 2 points in the first quarter, hasn't scored since. And free throws certainly going to be a point of emphasis for head coach Freese. After this one. Quick offense from Lawrence Woodmere. A mid-range jump shot, no good, but picking it right back up and drawing the foul, number 13, and Andrew Buskey. So Buskey to the line. Buskey had a hot hand in the second quarter, 3 3-pointers. In fact, all 13 of his points that came in the first half in the second quarter. So 2 free throws here for number 13. Two of two. As Léman finds themselves down by 24 here in quarter number 3, 1 minute into the third quarter. It's Ethan Edwards who throws it away. Long three-pointer from Magnani. That's no good off back iron. And a dunk, a flush for Malik Speckman. Good work by Edwards. There's Luca Magnani. Now Ethan Edwards, team down by 24. Finnegan Edwards. And Cameron Cardwood. Puts it on the wood, somehow got it back, took contact, and will go to the line for two. Cardwood knocks down the second. St. Fercy gives off to Buskey. His three no good. Another offensive rebound, though, and working hard, getting it to go, Malik Speckman. He's been a monster down there. As Lawrence Woodmere has tried to make it work without their big piece down low, as Ralph Godfrey was contested. And the Tigers take possession right back. Ogilvy, and now Tyler St. Fercy, who shuffled the feet. This is Godfrey kicking into the corner. Edwards for three, and that one goes down for Ethan Edwards. Second three ball of the game. Right back goes Lawrence Woodmere to put more points on the board. 54-30, under 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. And it's Edwards who probes here, sees a lane, heads towards the hole, and draws the foul, puts it up with his left hand. Ethan Edwards, we've talked about him briefly early on. He's the kind of kid that can score in a number of different ways, shooting, driving, and the mid-range game good as well, as he knocks down the first free throw. Off the mark on the second. And it's Buskey with a quick trigger on the three. Not the same touch as he had in the second quarter. Milo Magnani lost his balance, kept possession, found his brother Luca, who drills a three. And this one no good for Lawrence Woodmere. Good work by Ethan Edwards. With the team down by 20, he draws a foul. And the last couple of minutes, we've seen some good sustained offense from Léman, their best of the game, as they've started to make some shots with consistency. And a timeout call. So we'll take a quick break. Come back with more for the last 3 minutes here of the third quarter. $20-point deficit for Léman, so certainly not out of it yet, with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. It's Magnani who goes all the way back to Ethan Edwards to put this one back in play. First game of the season. It's Edwards, no good. Now Magnani kicking into the corner, and now it's Edwards open for a near side three. It's just a bit short. And Woodmere clears the rebound. St. Fercy with a tough shot, rims in and out. Edwards snuck it into Magnani in the corner, who took contact, and it'll be 3 shots for Luca Magnani after the foul against Andrew Buskey, who doesn't agree with the call. But it'll be a chance for Magnani to bring Léman within 17, down by 24 just a minute or two ago. Three free throws for Magnani. Quick offense is what Lawrence Woodmere tries to run, and shot goes off the mark. So if Léman gonna get back into this game, they're gonna enjoy those quick pieces of offense by Lawrence Woodmere, the misses, and then the quick offensive makes, as Ethan Edwards just did, as it brings them back within 19. Excuse me, brings them within 15, 54-39, as they fixed up the scoreboard. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Oh, beautiful pass as Magnani found his brother Luca. Luca, claiming he was fouled, could not get it to go. There is a foul on the other end as Milo Magnani grabs the arm of the attacking player, and two free throws coming for St. Fercy. Ogilvy checks out, coming back in for Lawrence Woodmere, Sean Thomas. As both free throws are made by Tyler St. Fercy. And the lead back up to 17 with 1.5 to go here in the third quarter. Strong end of the third for Léman could give them good momentum heading into the fourth quarter. So they will turn it over, and off the ball foul, I believe, is the call. Did call an off-the-ball foul against Milo Magnani. Though, one of the curious things here for me today is the fact that the referees aren't going to the scorer's table to announce the fouls. As that's a traveling violation against Lawrence Woodmere, so how they would know how many fouls each player has, I'm not sure. Don't know if the scorers at the table are keeping track of the individual fouls, but it's good news for the players who would be in foul trouble. Doesn't look like anybody's fouling out today. Another good pass as Godfrey cut under the basket. That's a tough shot, off balance for Finnegan Edwards. And it was no good. Final minute of the third quarter. Buskey cuts to the lane, drops it off the glass and in. And a 4-0 run for Lawrence Woodmere brings them back up by 19. Here's Cameron Cardwood. Long dribble at the top for Ethan Edwards. It's Magnani with a quick trigger, and he knocks it down. Endless range for Luca Magnani. And a great outlet pass and a beautiful jump step to finish for Malik Speckman. 20 seconds left. Léman may hold for one. And ISO for Ethan Edwards. Nothing there, so it's Godfrey skipping it away to Finnegan Edwards. That one no good. Cameron Cardwood couldn't get it, and the shot was launched off of the ceiling. Small gym here. And the divider hanging from the ceiling. stop the momentum of the ball with 1.2 seconds left on the clock. So there will be some time for just a quick launch. It'll be a half-court heave for Magnani. No good. So 60-42. Score at the end of 3. We'll have the fourth quarter for you when we return.
You got it all. You got it all. Security and basketball.
Back we come as Léman with a 18-point deficit has the ball here. It's Cardwood putting it on the wood and scoring. Good start to the fourth quarter for Léman. Still not out of it yet. 16 points is a reasonable deficit to come back from with 7.5 minutes to go. And they'll need some help from Lawrence Woodmere, who has not provided that help by missing shots in this game. There's a miss, and it's last touched by Ralph Godfrey of Léman. It'll stay with the Tigers. Daniel Lafitte coming back into the game, and he's going to replace Finnegan Edwards. Quickly back in play as it's Ethan Edwards now. 1-on-2 after the steal, puts it up and in. 14 points. The Bulls, who were down as many as 24, now down by 14. As we have ourselves a game here in the fourth quarter. 4 straight for Léman to start in the final frame. Trying to loft it down low as this one is flipped in over the rain by Malik Speckman, largest player on the floor. And a steal by Andrew Buskey. He'll take it all the way to the hole and put it in. So just like that, a quick 4 points for Lawrence Woodmere after Léman starts the quarter with 4 straight. And it's 18 points, the deficit for the Bulls, as Daniel Lafitte swings it over to Ralph Godfrey. Off the ball movement as giving a screen and now picking it up, Cameron Cardwood. Foul on the floor here against Lawrence Woodmere. And it's going to go against number 13 and Andrew Buskey this time. And a timeout call, 6:22 to go. As we have a break in the action, we will look at Léman's upcoming schedule. Fieldston School Tournament up in the Bronx this weekend. And then back on December 5th, they'll host Our Savior New American School here right in the Morris Street Gym before going to the Master School on December 9th. And Murray Bergtram home here on December 13th. So we are off and running. The Bulls are off and running in their 2017-2018 basketball season. We'll have a couple of the play-by-play broadcasts for you here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. We will have the live streams of most all of the home games for Léman, so you'll be able to tune in to all of the Léman Manhattan basketball games live as they happen. .6:19 to go. And counting. Out of the timeout, it's Luca Magnani. Count it. Luca Magnani And, you know, every time he gets the ball, he's looking to shoot from beyond the arc, but is showing the good ability to make you miss and finish at the rim. One more for Magnani after the foul by Malik Speckman. 3-point play good. 15-point lead. Tigers running. Ogilvie. A little out of control, and that's why they're going to call a traveling violation. So a chance for Léman to get as close as they've been since early in the second quarter. Chance to cut it to 13 or 12 with a 3. Under 6 minutes to play. It's Cardwood, a free throw, and it's off the mark. Ethan Edwards pestering, but possession secured by the Tigers, and Tyler St. Furcy slows it down. St. Furcy gets past Cardwood and then finishes at the rim. Long steps by Tyler St. Furcy, and the lead back up to 17. Now it's Cardwood, who has it taken away by St. Furcy, winning the battle the last couple of sequences, and then having it blocked out of bounds by Luca Magnani. So in play to St. Furcy as he's eyed up by Cardwood. And a whistle here. It'll stay with Lawrence Woodmere, as will allow a couple of Léman players to come in. Or so I thought. The referee makes them wait till the next whistle, as Finnegan Edwards and Milo Magnani are set to check back in. And now there's a foul against Cardwood. And now the players will come back in, as Cardwood will take a seat, as well as Godfrey. One and one for St. Furcy as Tyler knocks down the first. Lead back up to 18. Leading scorer is Tyler St. Furcy. He has got 20 plus in this game. Finnegan Edwards for 3. In the corner, that one falls down. And with 4.5 to go, the lead's 16 for Lawrence Woodmere. Good hands by Ethan Edwards. Here he comes in transition with Finnegan to help. It's Finnegan Edwards who can't get the rebound. Long layup by Ethan. And Lawrence Woodmere able to secure possession without any more points coming on the board for Léman. Buskey thinking 3, instead goes back to Tyler St. Furcy. Lawrence Woodmere in no particular hurry as Buskey is open for a corner 3, and he knocks it down. Going to be a scary looking Lawrence Woodmere team when they get their 6'10" stud back in the mix. Here's Lafitte on the offensive rebound. Ethan Edwards now trying, still loose. It's Lafitte who brings it up out of the air and puts it down. He comes up a little bit lame on that right leg, but athletic play by Daniel Lafitte. You can see him Little ginger there after that play. Foul on the other end leads to another 1-on-1 situation for St. Fercy. Edwards goes straight to the cup, and he draws the foul. Cameron Cardwood coming back into the game, replacing Milo Magnani as Ethan Edwards hits the second free throw. Team down by 14. Lawrence Woodmere feeling pretty good if they can take care of the ball. And they do not do so on that possession. Milo Magnani coming back into the game for Léman. 3 minutes to play. The Bulls have fought hard. They were down as many as 24 in the second half. At the start of the second half, they were down as many as 24. But a wild shot there from Ethan Edwards won't help. They have worked themselves back into the game, so to speak, down by 14. The time not on their side. There's Luca Magnani trying to fight for the rebound, still loose, and it's Ogilvie who picks it up, slips it down low. And 2 points coming for Larry Rabb. First 2 of the game for number 23 of Lawrence Woodmere. As Luca Magnani eventually finds Milo, who drives and hits the deck, taking contact as he enters the paint. And the foul on the floor will lead us to a 1-on-1 situation. 9 team fouls against Lawrence Woodmere here in the second half. Actually 10, so double bonus. And a timeout, 2:10 to go. Score 72-58. Lawrence Woodmere feeling pretty good about this first team performance, or first game performance, as Léman, brand new team this year for head coach Lyle Freese. He said that it feels like his first year because he had so many seniors on the team last year, that a brand new crew this season with a brand new slate as the kids learn to play with each other. It's going to be a work in progress, but he said this group of kids, just a phenomenal crew, and he's so excited to coach them this year yet again. Going to be a Léman team that plays a lot of transition offense this year. They turn defense into offense. It'll be interesting to see how the team plays when they get Dominic Lafitte back in the swing of things. A lot of talent on the floor here today. Even without Dominic Lafitte and Aiden Ijihan. Under 2 minutes. And easy enough under the basket for Rad. So the result all but in the books for Lawrence Woodmere, as Daniel Lafitte passed up an open three. And it's Luca Magnani, as coaches were asking for a foul, but nothing came. Instead, it'll be deflected out of bounds, last touch by the Tigers. As Lafitte's pass is nearly intercepted by Ogilvie, it'll stay with Léman. Or so I thought. Credit Ogilvie for the good defense as he's able to knock it off of the Léman player. And a foul on the floor going to get called against Lafitte. So the Bulls will drop to 0-1 here before heading up to the Fieldston tournament this weekend. Ethan Edwards keeps it in play, able to flip it up and in. Count it, and the foul for Ethan Edwards. So certainly in the early season, there's more than just the game on the floor that the players have to worry about, but it's getting into form overall as a team, and even when the game's out of reach, it takes solace in the fact that you see some really nice-looking plays by a couple of these Léman players, specifically Ethan Edwards with a beautiful finish there. There's good work by Cardwood to get the offensive rebound. It'll stay with Léman. The lead's still 14 for Lawrence Woodmere. A quick three could make things interesting. It's Cardwood. And now Edwards. Edwards wants to put it on the floor. Finds Finnegan Edwards. Finnegan finds himself open at the free throw line, too strong. Ethan Edwards has been everywhere as he gets it back and puts it up, too strong. You gotta love the hustle by number 22. This one intercepted by Daniel Lafitte. Daniel, if he had his eyes up floor, Luca Magnani was under the basket open. Instead, it's Finnegan Edwards, and now Ethan. Deflected right at the foul line, and the foul's going to get called against Lawrence Woodmere. So with 32 seconds left, we'll have a couple of free throws for Ethan. A steal and a finish for Magnani. 15 seconds to go. It's a 12-point game. So good second half by Léman. They were down by 24 in the game, and they're able to cut that deficit to 12 by the game's end. The final's going to be 74-62 as the Léman Bulls go down in their first game of the season to the Lawrence Woodmere Tigers, 74-62 final. As we thank you for joining us here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. We will be with you for the live stream of the game next week. We once again can look at Léman's upcoming schedule. Our Savior New American. We'll have that live stream for you here. No play-by-play, but we'll have the live video feed back on December 5th next week. We will say so long as the Léman Bulls go 0-1 as they drop their first game, 74-62, Lawrence Woodmere.